Hello. Today we're doing 23 questions on my 23rd birthday. Why am I a little nervous about this? I have all my questions here, so let's get started. What is your name? My name is Beatrice. You can call me Bia, Bea, B, anything along that line. And my Chinese name is Chen Manshi, which essentially means a romantic poet. I've always had a mixed feeling about my Chinese name because it's so girly. Sometimes not up to you. How old are you? I just turned 23. I feel kind of weird saying that because I still feel like I'm 20. What is your sign? My sign is Gemini. I don't care how much you guys hate me. I love being a Gemini. The world cannot be fun without Geminis. What's your MBTI? I actually have to Google this because I never remember the letters. INTJ. When I did this test for the first time in high school, I think I got the entertainer and I was an extrovert. I'm no longer an extrovert and I'm a proud introvert currently. How are you? I miss my cat a lot. That's one thing that's been on my mind. I really miss my cat, Cupid. Happiest memory in the past year. Finally getting my own cat. That was a really surreal experience and it took a very long time for me to make that decision. It wasn't an easy one. My cat Cupid is literally the most angelic being in the entire world. She's my best friend. She's my therapist. She's low-key acting like she's my landlord the whole time. I cannot imagine my life without her. Also, I grew up with cats, so it's kind of like a full circle moment. And I think I'm learning about parenthood. I would encourage everyone out there that are considering getting a cat or any pet, please be responsible with your decisions and stop abandoning animals. What would my perfect day look like? So we'll get a full 8 hours of sleep because 10 will be too much. And we'll start our day with a homemade iced oat latte. Or we're gonna head out and get ourselves a foamy, rich iced matcha latte. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, and it's perfectly breezy with enough sun. We're gonna head to the park alone with a freshly curated Spotify playlist. And then we're gonna take the train across the river for my favorite bakery, Café d'Avignon, and some freshly made black olive sourdoughs. But it's time to feel my body because we've walked quite a lot at this point. So we're gonna walk down to Fongon and get a nice thick bowl of savory tofu pudding with all toppings. To wrap up my perfect day, we're gonna head home and there'll be a mini cake from Amy France. We're gonna take that out of the fridge, let it sit for 30 minutes, take a nice long hot shower so by the time we're done with the shower, the cake is ready to be eaten. We'll make a cup of my favorite Nighty Night Extra sleepy tea, and then we're gonna watch shows on my iPad until I fall asleep. When was the last time you did something for the first time? I decided to quit Tinder for the first time. I actually have been having this idea for a very long time, but I finally committed to it. I think it was the right decision for me to make. I'm just kind of sick of modern dating culture, and I no longer want to participate in it. It's not fun, guys. Like, we need to stop. We need to bring traditional courtship process back. We need to bring dates back. We need to start introducing our friends to friends again. We need third places. We need more group and huge hangouts so we can meet people from different social circles. My goal is to just kind of start hanging out and meeting more people in real life. We need to organically meet people and find our partners, to be honest. Not some $80 Tinder monthly membership. That's not it. It's really not. Have you ever been in love? I feel like I've had moments where I feel like I'm in love, but I'm still figuring out what exactly being in love is. I think it's going to take me a while to find out, but I think love could also look like very different things. Love is not only something that exists within romantic relationships. It's in friendships, in platonic relationships. So yes and no is my answer. How would you describe the feeling of being in love in one word? Water. It could be solid, liquid, gas. It's a lot. I think it's kind of like the feeling of being immersed in water. Makes you want to fall asleep. I think that's what love feels like. Favorite karaoke song? There's a really fun one that we always play during karaoke. It's called Chicken Fried. I like my chicken fries, something like that. What comes to mind when you hear the word joy? My former roommate's name is Joy, so she's the first person that come up in my mind. I hope you're well, Joy. Joy also feels like the sun, warmth, crying. Crying brings me joy. An imagery of someone holding hands together. It's kind of like a physical sense of mutual support and mutual understanding. How do you stay grounded? Oh, moving my body really helps me stay grounded. Every time I feel down or I find myself in kind of a low point, if I start moving my body, I instantly start feeling better. I grew up being a dancer, so I was very used to using my body in expressive but also productive ways. That has always been important to me, which is to not forget how much your body does for you on a daily basis. I've gotten into rock climbing and bouldering recently, so I've been really enjoying that. It feels like a physical math problem that you have to solve. What's my favorite scent? My first Holy Grail scent was the Noir 29 from Le Labo. It has a beautiful opening and closing scent. Very masculine when it gets to the end. It's very smoky. It's very leathery. I've recognized people wearing it, and the same has happened to me. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship where I'm wearing this because I love it so much, but I also can't stand the fact that so many people recognizes it. I don't know, I kind of want to feel special when I'm wearing it. I feel kind of shallow for saying that, but it's true. What is something you look forward to achieving? I think I'm at a stage where I'm still actively trying to search for what my passion are and, more cliche, what my purpose in life is. I'm curious to see how I'll find answers to these questions. So I'm just looking forward to growth. What advice would you give yourself in a year? Be more curious. Just trust your gut and take risks because you'll be able to handle it so much better than you thought you can. What is something you wouldn't want to change about yourself? My ability to empathize always been something I'm very proud of, and because of that I also think I'm a really good listener. Empathy, it's a skill and it's an energy. What are you still trying to prove to yourself? I feel like there's so much things I'm trying to prove to myself. Professionally, I'm trying to prove to myself that I can find a passion that aligns with my values and my goals. I've also been trying to prove to myself that I am a lot stronger than I think I am. Recently, I've moved to Shanghai for the summer, and to be honest with you, for the past maybe 3-4 years, I've been really reluctant of leaving New York or moving to a new place, even for the short term. And I always have this underlying fear that if I leave this place, I have to start from ground zero and abandon all of these people that I love deeply, and I'm scared that I will never be able to find or make a life as good as this. But moving to Shanghai this summer has made me realize that I'm a lot stronger than I think I am, and I can actually handle these things a lot better than I think I can. That made me really happy. I've had a conversation with my friend Colin about this because he felt very similar, and on that phone call we both share that you will not be able to find out what you're capable of until you actually take that risk. And I feel like this experience will be stuck with me for a while now, and I think these types of challenges just encourages me to do more in life. What title would you give this chapter in your life? I have no idea what the fuck is going on. That's the title of this chapter. Everyone is at very different stages in life, especially in like the early 20s, and I think that's one of the biggest sources of anxiety that people of our age get. I think it's all about balance, you have to kind of find a way to be content about your present, but also a healthy level of anxiety that will keep driving you forward. What makes you feel powerful? Myself? Growth makes me feel powerful. Reflections make me feel powerful, because if you don't reflect, you often just tend to forget how much progress you've made, and you need to give yourself more reminders on how far you've come. Is there a feeling you miss? I don't know what feeling I would miss. The feelings I miss or feelings I've forgotten will always come back again in some way, so I feel like I would avoid dwelling on certain feelings I miss, But I have to be completely honest, maybe I'll miss the time when I was very invested heavily in my craft during my sophomore year, at a stage in my life where no one could tell me no, and I felt like there was a straightforward sense of love towards a craft. I think that's something that I miss. We don't need to dwell on things too much, but we can look forward to things. Do you feel grown up? No, I don't feel grown up at all, bro. I feel like this feeling is gonna last. Last question. Will I do this next year? I hope I do. It's my first time doing this ever. It's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do this again next year and have some things I could look back on when I'm like older. That's it for the video. Bye. My back.